Hello, my name is Vladimir Gordeev, and this is video demo of the generic tree editor prototype that I'm working on. So first, I would like to talk a little bit why storing source code as structure is necessary. Storing source code as structure enables fine-grained versioning. For example, version control system would be able to accurately tell which patches are purely cosmetic and which contain possibly breaking changes. Storing source code as structure allows to forget about name clashes by using unique IDs for entries. As you may know, it is perfectly okay to have several people with same name on social media because profiles are identified by IDs, not by their names. Same thing can be done with functions and classes. Names for humans, IDs for machines. Storing source as structure also allows to have rich documentation directly linked to your code. For example, it will be possible to attach an interactive graph to a function. It will help greatly to understand the code. It seems that source code stored as structure would allow many programming environment features that were hardly possible before. Many experimental projects store source code as structure, not as text. For example, dark language, subtext, lambda, and unison. So why this generic tree editor is necessary? As you may know, it is possible to use a single program to edit code written in Java, Python, Haskell, or any other text-based programming language. With structure-based source code, it's not like that. Every project develops its own editor specific to its source code structure. I believe that having generic tree editor that could be used to edit any structured source code is necessary for further development of programming language design. It would allow to experiment with structure-based programs much faster than it was possible before. So let's take a closer look at the editor. I have chosen directed acyclic graph as a core data structure. It is simple yet flexible data structure that allows to express lists, sets, dictionaries, ASTs, tabular data, and many other things. Let me add an entry. Basically, editor consists of two columns. Left one for keys and right one for entries. To keep things simple, trees are not allowed to have several entries with the same key. For example, if we try to add second entry with key name, it would be displayed as muted. It would not be stored in the database. Only first one is stored. One of the main ideas that I pursued during user interface design of this prototype is to make interaction for users as convenient as possible. That's why this editor tries to behave as similar to traditional text editor as possible. I wanted to rely on already developed habits. And that's why you can navigate using arrows, navigate inside the subtree using a pointer, create new entries by hitting enter, move one or several lines up and down holding Ctrl, just like you would do in some IDE. It is also possible to duplicate entries. As I said, entries should have unique keys, and only first occurrence of the entry with the key would be stored. I can change which name entry would be stored just by moving them up and down, for example. Now, stored name is Smith. As I said before, direct acyclic graph data structure is very powerful. You can use single interface to represent a file system tree, an abstract syntax tree, or just any tabular data. Putting all these different things into a shared space and allowing them to communicate might lead to interesting results. Currently, all structured data is stored in browser using local storage. I would like to attach a Git as a backend storage to this editor. This would allow different people to communicate and to share their works. Next important step would be to design an API for custom tree editors creation. People should be able to display and edit parts of the tree in any way they want. Some trees may represent 2D bitmap images, some trees may present map coordinates. Each of these trees should have proper graphical interface. I also would like to create a small functional programming language on top of this prototype to explore possible features. Thank you for watching.